So it looks like you're interested in the illustration program.
Yes.
That's great. And are a lot of these things that you did on your own, or is this stuff that was classroom assignments? Or?
This is all stuff I've done on my own.
Okay. Talk to me a little bit about what you've done at school. Have you taken many things outside of school? Or?
Not outside of school. I've been in independent arts like all throughout high school.
Okay.
And that's pretty much all I've done. That's
Sketches and
actually not
stuff.
mine. That's the thing my friend made.
Funny how those things kind of just end up getting stuffed in there, right?
Yeah.
Great. So this is all self-generated?
Yes.
Wow. Well, it seems like you're always drawing, which is great. And the also like the level of completion, like they're really highly rendered, which I generally have not seen in as much in like self-generated work. You know, a lot of times you have kind of like half-finished stuff or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's definitely a strength here, and also that one of the first things that people do once they finish, you know, a character or whatever, is that they, and these are all out of your head pretty much, yeah?
Yeah.
Is that they go and start filling up the page and stuff. And one of the nice things that you have going on here is what I call breathing room.
Right.
You know, it really forces you to pay attention to what's going on in just this little area here. But it doesn't feel like it needs to be cropped. You know, I mean, there's a little bit of cleanup stuff, but that's color studies, you know. You know, there's some space there to kind of to breathe. So that's nice. Talk to me about a couple of your favorites and what you like about them.
My favorites are some of my newer stuff, like this one's newer, and because I've taught myself how to do a different kind of blending and shading with my markers.
Yeah, it's very smooth. It almost seems like watercolor. So this is all, what is this, Prismacolor, or what are you using?
Yeah,
here?
it's Prismacolor and Copic and what's the other one called? I can't even remember it.
Oh, that's okay.
Pantone.
Oh, right.
Pantone, and then I use pigment liners, and I like some of my, like this one's one of my favorites, like line art. I like comic books and stuff. So, and I have a lot of older stuff in here too.
That's great. So what kind of, so you said you've taken independent art in school. What does that entail? Like what
Independent art is just you get to do whatever you want.
That's great.
The only thing is you're supposed to challenge yourself. So it's just you get to do whatever you want as long as you're not doing the same thing over and over and over again.
Right. So you're trying those new blending things and all that stuff. That's great. What I might do, if you're so interested in this kind of thing, is maybe try to take. You said you're a senior this year, so obviously there's not a lot of time to do something like this. But maybe work from one topic and try to come up with a couple of different ideas off of that topic.
Right.
You know, just like as you get ready to submit or whatever. One of the things that's nice to see there's a couple things that are nice to see in an illustration portfolio. One of them is, this is really highly rendered, which is great. But one of the things you got to think about is how did you get to this point? So you probably have some preparatory drawings and stuff like that. What I might do is choose one or two of those that you really like, and try to include those. You know, so that way it says, you know, like, oh well, you know, I started with a basic idea that maybe had some other stuff here, and so maybe there's like a loose sketch of all that, and then what you also include is this. You know, I think that'd be huge. It shows us that your brain's moving.
Yeah, I definitely start with like rough sketches, circles, and then that turns into.
That's great. I definitely include even just a little bit of that. One of the other things to think about is like I don't know. I think it was Edward Munch is an illustrator from end of the 1700s, and Munch, and he does a lot of like Art Deco drawings and stuff.
Right.
But he does a lot of figure studies of women and stuff. I think you really like. I don't know if you know his work.
I haven't heard of it.
But what he does is like he had something based on the seasons or based on certain flowers. And so what he'd have is a character for each one of those seasons. And so like, you know, maybe dressed in a different way or has different features or something like that.
I've done projects like that before.
So something like that might be interesting because that shows us a couple of different ideas on the same topic.
Right.
So that's something to maybe think about. But yeah, I mean, this looks strong. so you said like some of the newer, generally your newer stuff is going to be your more favorite stuff.
Yeah.
I think you're off to a great start, and now what it's going to come down to is just kind of paring it down to about 15 to 20 pieces of stuff that is, paring down to stuff that is different, and along with stuff that shows that you can work inside of a group. I know that seems like two very different things, and then like some sketches too, because it seems like you have plenty of work, so that's great. What else? I don't know. I guess if you do have any work from observation, that is a good thing to include. I think as you go around talk to other people.
The stuff that's in my journal mostly.
Great. Journal. Sketchbook?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Definitely include some of that stuff. The stuff that, when you're sitting on the bus and you're, waiting to get from point A to point B and you're drawing the guy in front. Or you're, sitting at the lunch table drawing, your friend's lunch as it's being eaten.
Yeah, I have a lot of drawings in my left hand.
That's good. Okay, there you go. See, I'm a lefty. I have right-hand drawings. And so what I do is include a couple of those too, because again, that shows us that you're working.
Right.
So that's huge. Well, yeah, it looks like you're off to a great start. I don't know,
Thank you.
Any other questions for me, or
I don't think so.
not really? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, great. Then I guess I'll let you I'll move on and talk to some other schools then.
This one was my favorite.
Well, that's great. And yeah, I really hope you come out and take a look. We have tours Monday through Friday. I think every second Saturday, I think all fall, we're doing, or actually pretty much all year we're doing tours too. So just give me a call or shoot me an email and we'll go from there.
All right, sounds good. It was nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
Thank you.
Yeah, so long.